What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I guess this is still my kids' edition of my 31 Days of Horror movie reviews. And this time I'm here to talk about Halloweentown High! This is the third installment in the Halloweentown series trilogy at this point. This movie came out in 2004. It's pretty interesting watching this series, not really being too aware of it, hearing about it, but this has such a long, everlasting legacy now at this point, right? So many people enjoy these films, and this time it's directed by Mark A.Z. Dipp. You have Kimberly J. Brown back as Marnie. You see that she works out with the Halloweentown Council, I guess. You're gonna have a student exchange program. She wants to prove that that monsters or Halloweentownites, they can interact, they can cross over into the human realm, and she wants to bring some of them to her high school. She wants to guide them, she wants to show them, and she just wants them to have that high school experience. Of course, though, this comes at a price. If she fails, then her and her whole family lose their magic powers. That seems fair and balanced. So, not only do you have that, but you have somebody out there who wants to not only go against her and the family, but they want to prove that humans don't like monsters. Humans don't like Halloweenites. What I thought of Halloweentown High was, the movie was fine. It was enjoyable. It wasn't probably as good as the first two, but I thought it was a decent premise. I do think that this Halloweentown Council reminds me a little bit of the Bill and Ted 2 Council, just that group of weird-looking people who dictate and are in control of the rules of everything. This group, it's like, well, they just look like the freakiest bunch of a council that you've ever seen. And the fact that they have this much power kind of concerns me. But, and it's also weird that this is the first time we're hearing about them, the third movie in. You're telling me that the villains in the first two films were able to do what they did to Halloweentown, all of these spells, all of the controlling of the town, but these guys weren't involved, but yet there's so much on Marnie's ass? Come on! Where were you guys? Okay, fine. It is noble. It is good on Marnie that she wants to do this for the other kids. Seeing them have to pretend to be human is quite amusing, especially when they have to observe the other kids and they have to observe how they eat and how they act and how they interact with each other. And of course, you have the gags of not quite working out that well. The scenes at the mall and whatnot. Not only Kimberly J. Brown coming back, but you also have Debbie Reynolds as the grandmother. She gets assigned to be a teacher at the high school, essentially, but she can't help but use her magic. It's funny that the oldest character, the oldest woman, the most experienced, the one who should know better, can't help but kind of expose herself to everybody. She's constantly the science class, the history class, the math class, the English class. She gets assigned to different subjects and she just can't help it. Again, it's amusing, but quite frustrating. Judith Hoag plays the mother, comes back. Funny that she didn't come back for the two Ninja Turtles sequels, but she's in all three of these damn Halloweentown films. How does that work? Joey Zimmerman is back as Dylan. Again, he's like 38 years old now. I mean, he looks so old. And it's so weird how fast this kid aged and whatnot. He looks older than Marnie does. He has that little side subplot with the pink girl that I swear looks like Poppy from Trolls. Just like the live action version of her. And Emily Rosicki plays Sophie, the younger sister, who doesn't get anything to do. She's the definition of a background character here. I'm not saying she had to be the main character, but man, nothing. You could have given her something. She was a fairly decent character in the first film, And I think you maybe have her and Marnie work together a little bit more. I don't know. I felt a little bad. I wanted to see more of the Sophie character. She, surprisingly, Dylan got more to do than she did. Finn Woodrock plays Cody. He's the dude that likes Marnie. He's going after her. He can't seem to figure out that she's a witch. This actor I remember seeing in American Horror Story, first in season 4, and then he came back for multiple seasons. Weird to see him in a kids movie, honestly, because he was so disturbing in American Horror Story. Clearly, this was before that. Clearly, this was when he was still a normal kid. Like I said, most child actors will grow up to be messed up people. He just played it on TV. I guess that works out. And Clifton Davis plays the principal. I want to mention him because, well, for one, he kind of sort of acts as a possible love interest for Debbie Reynolds, which is surprising because I talk about how it's so rare. Maybe you can count on one hand how many times you see a black guy date a white woman on screen in a movie, especially a Disney type film. Again, surprising. It rarely happens. Although I thought it made sense when you see that he's kind of sort of a villain. Kind of sort of. Because then by the end of the movie, when you find out who the real villain is, he just switches sides. Like, the principal totally seemed like he was aware what was going on. I know that he acted in the side of not trusting monsters, not wanting to integrate them into regular society. So he started out plotting from that, and then once he realized, I guess, that they're not so bad, he switched sides. But it just seemed like an odd switch, not really all that explained or thought out too well. The main villain is played by Michael Flynn, a guy who looks very familiar. I looked him up, though, and didn't really recognize anything. He must just have that face. He has that a-hole, like, you look like a horrible human being face, which, if he's a nice guy in real life, I'm sorry, but you look like the ultimate villain. You look like the perfectly cast, I want to punch you in the face, douchebag type dude that I possibly ever saw. Yes, of course, he's the schemer. He's the one who tries to get the town to go against the Halloweentown kids. So, yes, this movie was enjoyable. It was entertaining, I guess. It wasn't boring. I guess that's why I can say all good things about it. But you do kind of grade some of these movies on a curve because it's a kids movie. It is. And sometimes any lack of knowledge or logic or lack of things making sense, I guess I forgive a lot more than most other films. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of Halloweentown High? Did you like it? Did you love it? Is this a series, a franchise that you absolutely love? I get it. I do. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!